Trevor, you're on another dumb show. What's going on, dude?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm good. I was just calling in because I work at Ford there in Brook Park, and
Do you?
you said you had questions or whatever. Yeah.
Yes. So I'll be honest with you, man. I'm very unfamiliar with unions. I understand unions exist so, the common worker can band together to fight against the corporate entities that employ you guys. Right? Right. That's a kind of a
Yeah.
generic definition of it. So,
Yep.
how has it gotten to the point where, first off, what are you doing right now? Are you striking? Are you not working? Have you walked off?
No. So we're in the middle of a stand-up strike, which is basically targeted plants to go on strike, and it's like a strategy basically to where we can hit them there or here or there in different ways. So uh, each big three company has one plant on strike right now.
Okay, so I did
And
see that.
I believe they're
This is the first time they've ever done this, right? Where they're like, we're gonna kind of do, instead of we all walk off at once, we're gonna start picking targeted plants that we know are really gonna stick it to you, mother effers, and start shutting those plants
right.
down first, right? Is that kind of what?
Yeah, and they're pretty much the money makers, the big money makers for the big three, each one.
So, and then
So we're on standby basically.
basically to see if the big three go, all right, we can't handle just these. We're going to take a huge hit just by these ones being shut down. We definitely cannot
Right.
afford to have the rest of them shut down. That's kind of, it's almost like you guys being nice a little bit. I know it
Yeah.
sounds like it's a coordinated. They're calling it a coordinated strike in the news, which I thought was pretty funny. But because a
Yeah.
true coordinated strike would be literally every one of you just don't show up to work tomorrow. I mean that's a
Right.
coordinated strike. But this is like they're trying to make it like it's a coordinated bombing strike, like on certain targets they're coordinatedly striking or whatever that was. I don't even that's a word. But anyway,
Right.
um, I don't think so. Do you guys are you nervous that you're going to end up striking? Do you think this is going to happen? Which way are you leaning?
I'm not nervous. I've been with the union for almost 20 years. So every 4 years when we have contract, you never know what's going to happen. So I work a lot of overtime anyways. That's
Mhm.
just me, but I'm always prepared. And to me, I don't think it's going to go more than like 2 weeks. And we
Okay.
do get a strike pay each week. I mean, it's obviously not as much as a 40-hour check, but something to
Yeah.
get through. So
So
I'm ready. I mean,
now that is a pretty ballsy ask, right? Do you agree a little bit? Or do you think there's? I mean, is this we're aiming super high to hopefully meet somewhere in the middle, asking for a nearly 50% pay raise, and then to say,
yeah,
hey, I want
definitely.
to get paid for 40 and only work 32, and hope to meet somewhere in the
Yeah,
middle,
see,
basically.
yeah, basically, like when you sell something, you know what you want for it, but you're going to ask more. And then, they want to try to, bid you down some.
Right.
Um,
So is
yeah,
it
I mean, okay, so the 32-hour work week, I don't know where the hell they came up with that because that's just ridiculous. But to break it down, you see, how media is, they like to twist things and, Ford saying, oh, well, we offered this and they're not, they're going to turn down this, or people are thinking, oh, well, they turned down a 20%, offer for a raise. Well, I don't know. Have you seen any of the interviews with the union president of the
little bits?
International UAW?
Little bits and pieces. I actually not him. One of the like a spokesman for him, I think, who was speaking on behalf
Okay,
of him and kind of like a representative for him. But he got real
right.
pissed off at the news lady, actually,
Yeah,
because it seemed like the news lady was kind of representing, well, not representing, but just kind of espousing the woes of the big three versus what the woes of the common worker are.
right,
And that guy kind of took some offense to that for sure.
right. So a little background too. I think it was 2009, if I'm not mistaken, when GM and Chrysler took a government bailout. You remember that?
I do.
Okay, so Ford, we gave up. They didn't take a bailout. we basically as employees, we're like, okay, well, we'll give up this and that or whatever to try to stay afloat.
Right.
Well, that was in 2009. So from then to now, we've only got a 6% raise. So the companies have made like, what was it, quarter of $1 trillion over that last 10 years or something.
Right, and it's not trickling
So,
down to you guys after they got bailed out, and now you
right,
guys are pissed off about it,
right,
basically.
right. And
That's,
we gave up all that stuff. They've increased cars prices by 30%, and union workers' wage on one vehicle is roughly 8% of the price of the vehicle, like labor. So if they raise everything 30%, that's where he's getting the greed from, because he's still making all that money.
right.
And with inflation, we used to get a cost of living allowance where it would get so high, go with the economy, it would roll in our base pay and start all over. So basically, in the past 10 years, with inflation, there's a calculator. It should be about $12 more an hour, based on the 8% and stuff like that. Yeah.
I'll be damned.
And like you said, we got. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it makes sense with the cost of everything else having to go up. I mean, it makes sense. I just redid all my DJ prices. I looked at the prices of new equipment that I need to get moving into next year. It's significantly more expensive than the last time I had to buy it. Next time I need to get a car, how much more it's going to cost me, just to even be able to save up for because my car's got a considerable amount of mileage on it. And I'm going to need just as a small business owner, I know I'm going to have to make, inflation is hitting me. You know what I mean? So I know it's going to be hitting the big guys, but people are still going to buy fucking cars, man. They're not, who are we fooling here? You know what I'm saying? People are still going to get married, but they might decide to just use the fucking iPod instead of me. So it's a little bit different. People are not going to decide I'm going to ride the bus for 40 miles versus drive to work for 40 miles. It's a totally different situation. Right. So I understand you guys you're carrying a big stick here, especially with the amount of people that you guys have. And I guess that's why I was saying, man, I wish maybe I should have started a phone screener union, or people who don't sit in the main room union. Because we're the ones that always get screwed. Start a union for the people that get put outside in case they have bed bugs or something.
Right.
For unsafe work conditions.
Right. Well, speaking of conditions, a lot of people that are anti-union don't understand that if it weren't for the UAW and some of the ones that came out back in the 30s or whatever it was, they set the standard for fair wages, fair treatment, vacation, healthcare, stuff like that. So if there was never a union that fought for that stuff, who knows how much we'd be making or how we would be treated. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm seeing some. So there are some people who are disagreeing with you, actually. So Brad's in there. He's saying fire them all. He's saying 32 hours for 40-hour work week. That's lazy. I'm seeing Mikey doing some puking. I don't know if he's in here. I don't know if that has to do with this, or if that has to do with he just was reading some Eagles emojis earlier or something like that. I'm not sure. Yeah. But Trevor, this has actually been super informative. You really made my UAW talk a lot more interesting, because I truly don't know much about it. And I do feel like, though, it might end up helping me. I know there's a radio board op union, but there's no in between actual on-air talent and then people who are, quote, not forced, but kind of working their way to be an on-air talent in between. There's this gray area between the board ops that are never going to be on the air, never really want to be on the air, the people who are on-air talent, and then the in-betweens like me, where we're like phone screening, producing, on air, this weird hybrid position where none of us ever really seem to move up. It's just like this weird thing. So I don't know. Maybe we would have benefited if we had some sort of mid-level phone radio persons union, whatever the fuck that means. Even though you guys actually make actual shit, we just talk and press buttons. So what do you? Oh, by the way, that was my last question. What do you do at the plant? What do you make?
So, we make the 4-cylinder engine for the Ranger and the Bronco, and we make the 6-cylinder, which goes into.
Always one thing. Hello, welcome to another Dumb Show. Good evening. I'm another Dumb Show host. Thank you for joining me on issue number 103. I am so thankful to have you guys all here with me this evening. I hope you guys had a great day today. I'm conflicted about how my day is today. I'm not gonna lie to you. I had to go back to the dentist this morning. Real quick shout out to the league. Shout out to everybody in there. In the league, it looked like Strawberry Charlie was first in the league today, but the first official league member was Brap Attack. So congratulations to the two of you guys. Good job. So thank you to everybody in the league. Brap also asked, can we get a link to the Discord posted up on here? And I do believe that Secret ADS Mod has gone ahead and done that right now. So jump on in there and get on the Discord. We got all kinds of fun little things going on in there. They got gaming conversations going on in there. They got, I got a racing one that I put in there. So all kinds of fun stuff in there. If you want to talk about the show, even when we are not live, you can keep connected with the league in there. So back to my mouth. So again, I'm very conflicted because I went back to the dentist today, unscheduled, because yesterday morning, I got the bone graft, 2 weeks ago I got one done. The membrane in the bone graft fell out, so I had to go back again this past Wednesday to have it redone. Absolutely miserable, painful. Imagine you already have your mouth as fucking hamburger back there. And then they go chop it up and try to put sutures into something that's already hamburger and already super soft tissue. Well, what do you think's probably going to happen with that? Of course, Friday afternoon sometime on Friday, my sutures all came undone. Just like the first time, just inexplicably untied themselves. Like, you'd think I'm in there, like, cause I got this big fat cow tongue, but I can actually, I'm one of these people that I can do like a cherry stem with my tongue. So you'd think I'm in there like untying it with my tongue or something like that. Not the case. Not doing anything with it. Just all of a sudden just got these snakes just floating around in my mouth. And so Friday I ended up just said I'm going to screw it. I got to work tomorrow anyway, so there's nothing I can do. This was too late in the day anyway to get to the dentist. So I said, screw it. I have to work tomorrow. I cannot go to the dentist tomorrow morning and have them do any work because I have to work Saturday night at a wedding. So I stick it out and get through the wedding. Of course, these strings are just getting longer and longer in my mouth to the point where I have one that's just I'm swallowing and I'm gagging on it like I was joking about last time. This time it really just kept going down my throat over and over again. And I'm like, trying to get this thing out. I sounded like a Pornhub video. I was like, the whole time just trying to get this thing out of my mouth and or out of my throat. And I mean, it's weird because the groom was holding the back of my head too at the same time. No, anyway. No, I couldn't get it out of my mouth. And so then I just stuck it out. He made it through the wedding, had a good wedding. We ended up wrapping a little bit early because the bride and groom, every once in a while you'll meet a bride and groom who just get a little bit overwhelmed with the whole day. And I feel like this was one of those bride and grooms. Despite all my efforts, there was nothing really, even the photographer, everybody involved, they were just overwhelmed. And by about 10 o'clock, these poor people, they didn't get to dance all night. They had people just dragging them around trying to take pictures with them and all this stuff. So they really didn't even get to enjoy themselves at the reception. I felt bad for them. And I even like tried to break up the picture taking. It was like, called them out and say, yeah, get the bride and groom. I said them by their names, like, come on out here and dance with everybody or whatever, something like that. A little bit sounded cooler when I said it. But somebody ran to go get them even, and they didn't even come. It was really weird. And I was playing their must play song when that happened. So it was like, it was a can't miss. You can't, it wasn't like I was playing something weird they didn't want to hear. Was playing all the artists. It wasn't me, anything I was doing wrong, because everybody else was dancing. Just the bride and groom were not dancing at all. And then all of a sudden, the event was supposed to go to 11. They leave at 10 o'clock. So immediately after that, and this has happened before at a wedding, like I said, you just meet bride and grooms that just get overwhelmed, and they just decided to leave early. And for whatever reason, it just, obviously that just is going to kind of kill the vibe. The people that wanted to party and drink, take advantage of the open bar, they kept doing it. So I kept partying for them. But slowly the exodus starts to happen at that point when the bride and groom are gone, because, some people just stick it out to be there for the sake of the bride and groom and say they were there the whole time. And then some people just are there, like I said, to drink and dance. Well, the people that were there to drink and dance did it for about a half hour, 35 minutes. And then all of a sudden it was like everybody's like cleaning up. Like they kind of stopped dancing, and like all of a sudden it was like somebody grabbed them and said, hey, let's start cleaning up. So I was like, all right, guys, we're doing one more, we're wrapping up. So we ended up wrapping up early. Thank God. So I got out of there, got home, went to bed, woke up the next morning with one of the sutures hanging out of my mouth, dripped like out of in my like stuck in my beard, and a mouth completely full of bone chips. The whole lower portion down here was just full of the bone chips that they used to put in for the bone graft. So I assume and also the membrane that they put over it was gone as well. So there's just this hole in my back of my mouth now. So I call the dentist and I say, I believe my bone graft fell out and I need to get in and get it put back in sooner than later, because I'm tired of doing it in the middle of the week and then having to work. So let's get it done. She said, okay, come in first thing tomorrow. And I said, now, can I please have a different doctor do this time? Because the doctor that did it the last time, the sutures aren't staying, and I'd like to have somebody else do it. And she was like, yeah, no problem. We can have another doctor do it. See you tomorrow at 9:30 or 9. So I get there at 9, sit there till after 9:30, which I get it because I was a last minute addition. I walk up to the desk when I check in. The lady who I had talked to on the phone actually overheard me being checked in, and she goes, yep, needs to get his bone graft replaced, fell out again, and he'd prefer if we have a different doctor for him this time. And everybody goes, okay. So I sit there, wait for a half hour, had forgotten my phone. Look, idiot, somehow left the house. Well, I know why I forgot my phone, because I was so nervous about having this goddamn procedure done for a third week in a row because it hurts so goddamn bad. So I finally get called back. I get to sit in the chair, and I shit you not, the same fucking doctor comes back. And at that point, I don't even know what to do. I just say, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. I'm already in this chair. He's here. Whatever. Let's just go through it a third fucking time. And the same guy who's going to fuck it up again. So, they take me to the x-ray thing, stuff the x-ray back there on that stupid thing you have to bite down on, and they stuff it literally right on the hamburger meat that I have back there. And I wanted to punch the nurse so bad. He was such a dick about it. He just jammed it right the fuck back there too. What an asshole. So they get the x-ray, I get back to the room, and they claim that the bone graft didn't fall out. The membrane's supposed to fall out, and that the bone graft didn't fall out, and that the bone chips are normal. Now, I had bone chips last time, nothing like I had this time. I have had a whole gum line full of bone chips. So he says, here, look at the x-ray. You'll see this part right here. There's the part where the bone was missing with the tooth. And now here's the part. You can see it's a little bit opaque versus the regular bone. So there's actual something built up there. So there you go. It's just going to grow over it, and that'll be it. And I said, are you kidding me? That's it? And he goes, yeah, that's it. It'll just take a while to heal. I go, how long is this going to take to heal? He goes, 4 weeks. I go, 4 weeks? Who? Nobody told me that. I would have had definitely scheduled this at a different time or something. Wedding season, like a 4-week recovery for a mouth thing for somebody who talks for a living. I mean, to do this show plus the weddings and everything, it's like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. So that was it. Went in this morning. They sent me out. No more pain medication. Just the ibuprofen that I'm running out of, and a shitload of pain. So, what do you think about that, Mikey? How are you, man? Who's that? Is that me or you that's not on? Oh, that was me. Hold on. You're good. Go ahead.
I was about to say, I think I'm on everywhere. I got green lights. Yeah, you're having a bad situation with a dentist right now, and I'm about to shamelessly say Dr. Marino was the absolute bomb when I went to go get taken care of today.
Is that your dentist, Dr. Marino? I don't want to badmouth my dentist. I'm the one with the bad mouth at this point. I should badmouth him, but
for being a Bills fan, he's an all right guy.
That's good. Well, so what
even
did
though
they
it
end
cost
up?
me, they ended up just re-drilling out the hole and putting another filling in there.
So the exact same thing that was wrong before, they just redid it and did it right this time? Because you just can actually find that
for the third time.
So, this is the third time they've had to do this?
The first time they did the filling, because it's in an awkward spot. It's actually right where two teeth meet. So it's hard for them to fill the tooth and build a little bit more of the tooth that like creates like a concave edge, so it'll sit perfectly next to the other tooth.
Yeah.
And the problem
here's that tooth right here. Go ahead.
Yeah, so you can see it's that like little
notch up in the top tooth.
Yeah. So he had to drill that out even further, and which he said, I love it when you come in because I got a new way of administering Novocaine that works because I got you and 2 other people that no matter how much Novocaine I use, you won't get numb because I'm pretty much impervious to it. The guy could shoot me up with as much as he wants and I don't feel nothing.
Really? Oh, yeah, and there's that piece that fell out right there. Oh, see, it works for me, but it hurts so bad when they put those damn needles in your mouth to do it. It's freaking... They can put all the topical stuff on they want. It doesn't do diddly for me.
Whatever this guy did today was it was like a pressure distribution, and he was shooting it right between my tooth. He was in there for like 3 minutes, but it's the first time ever he went in there with a small drill, and he was like, "Did you feel that?" I was like, "You didn't even do nothing. I couldn't even feel the vibration." So there was no pain, but the way my dental insurance works is I have to pay for the whole boat up front.
Oh,
and then I get reimbursed by insurance company.
Oh, so that sucks, dude.
Yeah, that was like $470.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I had to pay out of pocket, plus that other little bit that I had to finance for it too. So that was a fun way. Everything about it fucking sucked. I mean, there's just no getting around it. So yeah, I'm just got to sit here in pain with this hammer. And you want to hear the fucking craziest thing that's going on right now? So I obviously can't eat anything that's like crunchy or really chewy or anything like that. So I've been living on friggin' wonton soup and steamed dumplings. Yes, delicious. Not bad at all. Very smooth, very easy. You don't really have to chew. You just slurp them down. Fucking A. Well, it's full of MSG and sodium. My feet and my legs
swelling up
I'm not kidding you, dude. It looks like I rolled my ankle 3, 4 times and I broke it. That's how swollen my one leg. I mean, both of them are pretty swollen, but the right one even a little bit more. It's disgusting. I look like a.
You got to get compression socks, my guy. Just bite the bullet.
I borrowed some. B1 had some, so I took some from her. I put them on last night. I have all these pillows stacked up in my bed to try to sleep with put my legs up while I'm sleeping, and like it's just this whole thing is a mess. This amoxicillin that I'm taking is making my stomach all crazy. I'm taking these just disgusting. I almost barely made it down here for the beginning of the show because I was stuck up in the bathroom because of all this damn amoxicillin. Oh, it's a train wreck. I'm so pissed about this fucking tooth. Oh,
I would be too. I went in there this morning, or I went in there this afternoon and told him just to rip the thing out. He was like, why would I do that? This one's perfectly fine. I was like, well, if this filling falls out again, you're taking it.
Yeah, that would make sense to me. I agree. You know what? I'm angry at myself, and that's why I'm getting so upset and so frustrated that I didn't do a better job taking care of my teeth in the back and flossing.
Dude, sometimes it just happens. They're just going to tell you it was a maintenance problem. You're getting older. Teeth are going to break.
I know. I was just bad. Well, I know it cracked. I keep saying it cracked, but I just feel like they could have done something if the tooth and the gum, because he said there's like a pocket that had built up down there and everything. So it was just from, smoking and, all that stuff. My gums aren't exactly the greatest health as it is. So, by the way, I never did do a phone check today. Let's see if these bad boys are working here. 844-HIT-DOM, 844-448-3862. Let's give it a little testaroo here. Phone check. All right, we're good to go. Phones are alive. Give us a call if you want to give a call into another dumb show. Open Lines America. We're just stuck on the Trevor there a little bit ago about the strike. In the recap, apparently the strike is still going on for the United Auto Workers. They're in day 4 now, I believe, of it. They closed. They did their strategic strike, coordinated strike in 3 plants. The GM plant in Wentzville, Missouri, the Stellantis plant in Toledo, Ohio, and then the Ford plant in Wayne, Michigan. I think the government was trying to get involved now to try to get it fixed. Again, I don't know enough about unions or strikes or any of that kind of. Mikey, you're not in a union for your.
No, thing, I'm right? Not. But I was just thinking, cousin Joey in Tennessee, who's called in before, he was part of that union for a long time. That's what he moved down to Tennessee for. He was working in a Saturn plant for a long time. Then he was working on the Corvette before he retired.
Really? Oh, so he'd be where we should. I wish he was. We should have him call in. But in the meantime, I got this news story, kind of giving an update with it. So check this out. We can kind of see what's going on with this, and then. By the way, I promise everybody we won't spend the first part of the show tonight. I'm gonna try to go anti-football, and we are gonna end up wrapping up a little bit early tonight and do members only and do a watch party during Monday Night Football. So we'll try to blow through the stuff that I have to talk about here, and then we're probably going to wrap, like I said, about 8:05 for the main show. I know we said we'd start early, but I spent so much time at the dentist. I had to do stuff with the DJ biz today, and I just didn't have enough time. So, shorter main show.
I've got some fun stuff for you.
But we can get into it during football if we have to, because it'll be loosey-goosey members only, so we can drink and smoke, and we'll do the whole thing there. But
I need to smoke, so yeah, it's been a long day.
Well, we'll talk about that. In the meantime, let's see this video about this union thing, and then we'll move on past that.
This morning, nearly 13,000 auto workers are returning to the picket line. The United Auto Workers Union pressing ahead with its first ever simultaneous strike against Detroit's big 3 automakers.
We're prepared to do whatever we have to do, so the membership is ready.
The UAW says it held negotiations with General Motors and Ford over the weekend, reporting reasonably productive conversations with Ford. Chrysler and Jeep parent company Stellantis says it's raised its hourly wage offer by nearly 21%. But still not enough for the UAW, which is demanding that the Big Three revive worker pensions, better retiree benefits, cost of living adjustments, and a 40% pay increase.
They can barely make it. They deserve a living wage, and they need to be brought up to what we make.
The automakers call the union's demands too costly as it takes on the added expense of building electric vehicles. The strike spurring reaction from Republicans and Democrats.
For what?
I'm somebody that believes in free enterprise.
Hold on one sec.
I think those
Yeah,
are
I know
decisions that can be made by shareholders and creating pressure.
If you work hard and play by the rules, you should be able to provide a comfortable living for yourself, for your family.
Now, at least 2 automakers announcing temporary layoffs for non-striking workers, some 2,000 at GM and some 600 at Ford.
So you stay, Jesus Christ! So they stick around and don't go strike, and then they're like, "Nah, we're gonna let you off anyway. We're gonna lay you off anyway." That sucks. What a bunch of dickheads those people are. Yeah. But no, the thing I said in the middle was with the EV cars. That's what I saw some Republican lawmakers saying today that I think it was Ford or one of the companies is losing $40,000 per electric vehicle sold. They're losing that much because of how much it costs to make them versus they're selling them and all the everything they have to do to change the plants over to make blah 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 blah. And I was just like, it's just another fucking excuse. If they do the math on it, does that math equal out to what those other people were making and what the workers are making? So if it doesn't all equal out, who gives a shit? Just do the freaking math about it. So, it looks like we have a new member of the League of Dummies. I would like to welcome CB back to the League of Dummies. Thank you, CB. Glad to have you back. Thank you so much. And thank you, of course, to all of the official members of the League of Dummies. F1 Frank, I was literally just about to reach over and pick up your phone call. You got the worst timing sometimes. Oh, wow. And CB gifts 5 Another Dumb Show memberships right here. So there's another one. Let's see who got hooked up. Anita Philia, Hakobe, Strawberry Charlie, Josh, and Melissa H. all get hooked up with 5 Another Dumb Show, or one, they each get their own official Another Dumb Show membership. So welcome to the league, guys. You are here and you are with us officially. Glad to have you. All right, let's see what else I got. So the thing with the union, we'll see how long that goes on for. 4th day now, trying to get the government involved. So we'll see if it keeps going. If it's because if this thing keeps going, it's gonna really fuck up the economy and all that kind of stuff. It's gonna start getting all kinds of weird stuff going on with it. So we'll see what happens with that. Mikey, are you
sir?
Are you familiar with Boy with Yuki?
Boy with Yuki?
Boy with Yuki. Anybody in the chat familiar with Boy with Yuki? Well, Boy with Yuki is apparently a TikTok artist that I am going to see on Thursday with my son Shay. Maybe not. Oh no, that was older. Never mind. So anyway, he is a TikTok artist that a friend of my son's parents bought these tickets, and they bought them for the kid, and the kid turned out to not even like this artist at all. So it was just like a surprise thing that the parents bought, like trying to be cool. They, for some reason, thought that they must be into this TikTok artist. Kid didn't want him at all. So the mom felt bad and was like, well, I'm not going to waste these tickets. Well, it just turns out that my son Shay is really into Boy with Yuki. So, yeah, so here's a little bit. And Boy with Yuki, he's a TikTok artist who started out making 1-minute songs about stuff. Like people would say, hey, make a 1-minute song about toxic friends and how they can upset your life. Or
I've seen this kid before. I think the kid he's got a ukulele.
He got a ukulele. Actually, here I got a little video of him. You can see what he looks like. Here is Boy with Yuki.
What's up, guys? I'm Boy with Yuki, and this is me not kissing my brother for 15 minutes.
Oh shit, that was loud. Sorry. So yeah, that's Boy with Yuki. I can't play him his other stuff because he's got a bunch of, it's all music and stuff. So I don't know what the deal is with his TikTok. If it's kept copyrighted stuff, I don't even know. Because if he's out there making albums and stuff, he seems to have kind of started to blow up a little bit, at least in the TikTok world. But yeah, there he is. There's Boy with Yuki with this cool mask. And I guarantee that mask is why my son is into him, because my son loves masks like that. Like at Halloween, he always just gets some kind of weird mask. He loves Ghost from Call of Duty. So he's into all that kind of stuff. So, but I did actually listen to some Boy with Yuki's songs. I'm not going to say it's my favorite stuff, but he's pretty catchy and seemingly kind of talented. It wasn't like terrible to hear. I like poppy crap music anyway. So, it fits
right up your alley.
Probably right up my alley. It's right in my wheelhouse. So I'll have some fun in there. So Drew says, rest in peace, headphone users. Yeah, sorry about that. I totally missed that waveform over there and how loud that was, because I didn't even make it to that half of the video. I was just watching Boy with Yuki. So we'll see how it goes tonight or on Thursday night. So what that means is we definitely won't be live on Thursday, so that is some bad news. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to go live with Shay on our little road trip down there. So go live on the way there, and then when we're going into the concert and us hanging out, he'll love that. So it'll be a lot of fun. So it'll be hard for me to, it'll probably just be mostly chat interaction of me and Shay and me trying to find a place where I can buy beer. So that should be fun. I'm looking forward to doing that. A road trip with my dude. So we'll see if it turns out to be a decent concert. I have no idea what to expect. But there you go. Mikey, I got an email.
Speaking of road trips, I think I'm going to take my father on a road trip coming up in November. We're going to go to the Saints game.
Oh, the Vikings Saints game in Minnesota?
Dude, we haven't been to Minnesota. Yeah, we haven't been to Minnesota to see the new stadium. My best friend's taking his son to go there.
What do you
drink out one side of your mouth now?
I'm doing it because I can control it with my tongue. Is it that obvious that I'm doing that? I guess I didn't even really. It's easier to keep it from this side over here. Oh man, this thing hurts, dude. Anyway,
yeah, so I just looked into tickets. I found tickets in the same section in the end zone with where the VWO sits and everything like that.
What's that?
And with the Viking World Order, where the crazy maniac fans are.
Those guys that blow that thing and stuff like that.
The guys that celebrate that. Like Sir Death, that dude that everyone has seen on TikTok and everything like that with the multiple helmets.
Well, I have a video here that somebody sent in, and I know it's a little bit late, but let's just see. I believe it's from Amy. Amy wanted to make sure that you saw this video, especially considering. We'll let you.
Thanks, Amy.
Let you see what if you haven't seen this already.
Yeah. Fuck yeah! Whoa, let's go. Dog, yo.
Phillies is such savages, bro.
They are cold, right? They're
Walk
pretty...
the fucking dog, bro.
Yep, right. So that you saw that was they were walking the Vikings helmet like a dog behind them. Let's see, how'd your guys do? I told you we wouldn't talk all football, but I do have a couple videos. You guys know I love all the good fights and everything at all the football games. That's outside of just talking football itself. There's some great ones this weekend. One in particular that really stood out. I'm sure that's what you were probably about to mention. The Bengals guy.
The Tennessee game?
Oh, did I miss one?
Oh, no, I was thinking of college football, them fighting on the field. Tennessee and Florida Gators at the end, and them squared up. And
oh, no, I didn't get
pretty bad.
I did not get that.
Yes,
fight.
I did see the Cincinnati Bengals guy because that dude is my hero. Exactly what I would do in that situation.
It's fantastic. It's a great move. Obviously, we don't condone any sort of activity like that or what you're about to see, but it is very interesting behavior, especially considering he's already being detained when he ends up making probably one of the best moves I've ever seen. I've only seen one other better version of this. God damn it. I've only seen one other better version of this move in my life. But this is pretty crazy. This happened at the who are the Bengals playing again? The Ravens, right?
Ravens.
Yeah, the Bengals are playing the Ravens. This happened outside the game.
Run into the beer fucking car back there, dude. He ran on the field. Is that what happened?
Oh, you heard that flop?
Yep.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
He's smiling.
Oh, he's loving his life right there. And that guy and that's pretty much the end of the video. The guy just starts yelling, I saw that. Yes.
Let's hear that. Let's hear that one more time.
All right, you got it. Let's go. All right, scrub and fix. Here we go. And one more time.
Listen to this crap.
Oh!
Now.
Oh my God!
Crumpled him, bro.
Oh my God!
Crumpled him.
And then the cops put him in a straight up. They grabbed him by two different dudes holding him by the throat after that. Oh my God, that's brutal. Jeez, they weren't playing around. But yeah, that guy. Well, do you think the crack was his sunglasses breaking, or do you think that was his head cracking?
That was head to nose contact and the sunglasses cracking, dude.
Get a little zoom on that. A little zoom action on that bad boy. Oh, hold on. I keep turning off the
Oh,
mute.
dude's got a huge nose, too. Oh!
I wonder what he said to him.
My God!
I wonder what he said to
Hooday.
him. He just looked at him and said, "Hooday, that's it."
Yeah, I'd imagine. He looks like one of those guys that had an opinion, like, way to keep it classy for Bengals fans.
He was wearing Bengals gear,
like a real
right?
square. Yeah, it was Bengal on Bengal crime, but that dude was probably saying something like, represent our fan base with some class, some real square.
Be better. Be better.
Oh, God. And it's an art form to headbutt somebody, to get close enough to them to where they're not backing off. And he no-looked him all the way up to his face and gave him the best crack I've seen in a headbutt video in probably 10 years.
The best one I've ever seen was in a soccer game, a football match in Europe. It was years and years ago. There was two guys. They were just kind of head to head, just talking and jabbing and jabbing and jabbing. And the one guy finally was just like, like he was like, like kind of like he was playing, like he was annoyed,
being dramatic and stuff.
Like, and then he just went, sunk. And he just completely, like, because he was already winding it up, he just sunk and did this, and the guy just dropped like a sack of potatoes. It was intense. So I'm a big fan of the headbutt move. It's a classic. You can't go wrong with a good headbutt. Another fight at the Jets Cowboys game this weekend. This was a pretty good one. This one got a little.
I didn't see this one.
Yeah, this one got pretty chippy here. So let's see the first view of it. And there's actually a couple views of it, so let me get them both up here. All right, here we go. View number one, not live, but at AT&T Stadium. Why is there no audio playing? Why is there no? Oh, because I didn't fucking switch to it, dummy. Holy shit! Why is that so loud today? Hold on, let me find my volume on that. Sorry, guys, blowing out eardrums over here. Ooh! Shots to the back.
Okay.
We got a leaker.
That dude's leaking already.
Yep, we got a leaker. So that was the end of the first
Jerry.
And then here's the other view of it.
Take your fucking phone down.
This guy's messed up. We didn't get to see what happened to him. Here's the leaker.
Well, that Cowboys fan's leaking on both sides.
Yep. So that we got a bloody Jet and a bloody Cowboy fan.
And a random Chargers fan. And a Packers fan. Like, what is going on here? Like, you guys know where you are.
And that guy looked like he's crying, to be honest with you. He looks like he's crying.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, pretty sure he's crying. And then that guy's like, gross, I got blood on me. Don't blame him. That would freak me out.
Whatever.
That would freak me out. Some other person's blood at a fight. That would freak me out. So, yeah, that was some pretty good brawls at these games this weekend. I love good fan brawls. They make my day.
My God, did I enjoy how well the NFL ticket works? Oh my God,
NFL
what an
Sunday
enjoyable
ticket?
experience. Yep.
Well,
I
we'll
cannot
talk about.
get over it.
I promised I wasn't going to talk football for the first half, so we'll talk about.
We were just showing the
Browns game.
videos. I was just gonna say I enjoyed the. YouTube.
That's non-football fans like watching football fans fight because they can make fun of the complete idiots that we make of ourselves. Like Brap just watched that and goes, "God, these people are so stupid."
When there's more fights at a racetrack than anywhere.
Oh, well, there is, off the track, especially when they crash and get into each other and stuff like that, and they get in the fights in the pits and stuff like that. Sure. Another place there's some pretty good fights, Walmart's. Walmart's got some great fights. And it turns out there was a massive brawl in a Walmart this weekend. Apparently there was some beef that had gone on earlier between a couple people. Well, one person caught wind that there was what happened? Why did they not do one person caught wind of it, that there was some sort of the person they had drama with caught wind that they were at you could catch them up at Walmart. All right, I heard they'd be up at Walmart, and so they took a whole crew up there, and this is now mid brawl at where's this Walmart at? This is in Missouri. Give you a little backstory. Yeah, 24 customers involved in the fight in a Missouri Walmart, all caught on video. In the self-checkout area, in Ferguson. So we're all.
It's a real safe city.
We're all familiar with Ferguson. I believe that was where was that Michael Brown? Was that the incident there? I think where he was.
I don't know. I just remember seeing videos of the city burning.
Yeah, I believe that's what happened in Ferguson. But anyway, so here is, you'll see that things have really calmed down, it seems, in Ferguson after this Walmart incident. Just absolute. Can you imagine being in a Walmart and just all this starts breaking out?
Kicked in the head.
And then we got this lady. Oh, hold up, because this girl's got a baseball bat. Get on my mama. Whap, whap. Oh. Then she goes down. Somebody grabs what the other person picks up the stanchion. Boom! Baseball bat side to the neck, to the side. This is insanity. Now thankfully, I love this, guys, because what do I love about this? Nothing popped off. Just a straight up good old fashioned rumble. Nobody pulled their gats. It was just a straight up rumble. And you know what? All it did was made the news. Who knows what will happen after the fact, but at least here in this situation, it was just a nice good old fashioned rumble to Walmart. Have you ever been involved in a brawl with like that many people, Mikey? Have you ever been in anything similar to that? It's pretty crazy. Because I've been involved.
No, can't say that I have. I've been in some crazy situations where we've been like chasing people and like, I don't know.
I got
nothing like that.
I got in a beef. Me and my buddy got into this huge beef with another dude, and there was like, I don't know, there was probably 20 of us that were all friends, right? And then me and this other dude were kind of in the middle of it, and there was this kind of fracture that came between the two groups, and it kind of broke half and half, and it was like the gangs separated. We became almost like rival gangs in our little town. And every Memorial Day, my parents would have this huge 10 keg party, and and the whole town came to this party. And I made it very clear to the rival gang, you're not welcome at the party, period. Don't show up at the party. If you show up at the party, it's going to be a problem. So I actually knew they were going to show up. I ended up calling a bunch of my dude that I actually got my party supplies from, who went pretty hard and had some pretty hard dudes that were friends of his. And I had them all come to my parents' party. Well, the rival gang did show up. The person who I invited, one of his groupies, one of the buddies, one of the thugs, basically. And I say thug like, this is a white dude, so I'm not trying to imply this was like a bunch of thugs like that. This was a white dude who was just a straight up thug. He goes, you know what? I'm tired of all this talking. This is stupid. I came here for a fight, and just bombs this one guy. And then it just popped off from there. So my gang versus their gang starts fighting. So we got 20 people in a rumble. Then all of a sudden, my dad and all my dad's friends see this fight happening. Having no idea that it's me and my friends, no idea. They just think it's a bunch of people who showed up into the party uninvited getting into a fight, which kind of technically they were. But it was all because of me. My parents had no idea. Nobody knew. So all my friends, even that were on my gang, ended up started fighting with my dad's 40 and 50-year-old friends at this brawl.
Oh, that's old man strength.
Some of my friends got their ass kicked. Some of my dad's friends got their ass kicked too. It was a humongous brawl. I mean, we're talking 50 people fighting for a while, and it went across. It started in one yard, it went down in the driveway into another yard, came back across through the my yard again into another yard before the cops came, and the whole thing got broken up, and it was nuts. It was absolutely nuts. Every time you turn around, there's another person, like in the movies. Like I've never seen anything. Like my dad's friends like would grab me by my shoulder and try to spin me around, and they'd realize it's me, and then I'd be like, behind you, and I'd push him, and I'd go hit the person behind him. Like, it was nuts. It was just like a fucking movie. It was absolutely insane. I don't recommend it though, because in the melee, I tripped over a trailer hitch on the back of a car and ended up wiping out. I hit my head on the ground. The whole thing was all blurry for me for the whole second half of it. It was a bad scene. But one of my better memories, not gonna lie. Pretty crazy, pretty crazy thing. So, Crazy Michelle says Chagrin Falls gangs be like the Blossoms versus the Calvins and the Hobbs. That's pretty much right. But we were more there was some Kenston people mixed into that too, which is the next town over, and so there was some. Plus, we had people coming in from the other cities. So some of us in Chagrin tried to act like we weren't from Chagrin because I don't know, because we weren't all rich preppy ass motherfuckers. So we didn't really play the way the rest of the preppy ass motherfuckers did. So we were very different. Nugget Man says CF gangs are vicious. No, but I mean, it was literally 50 people. I'm not saying people are out there with brass knuckles and like Pony Boy and all them with knives and shanks and stuff. It was just straight up a bunch of people just fist fighting across 3 yards. It was crazy. It was just like out of a movie. It was nuts.
I did have a situation like that once.
What happened?
It was when I was living with my cousin Johnny, and it was a Halloween party, and where we lived, it's like a place where they call like the river rats, and it's a bunch of people like trailer trash that have lived on the river their entire life.
Okay, down by the hollow.
Their neighborhood, their neighborhood has been being taken over by college kids over the past like 2 decades. So there's an old like piece of shit bar on the corner. And we went there for a Halloween party, and it was always like the regulars and the frat boys.
Uh-huh.
And one of the frat boys used a racial slur against one of my homeboys named Monk. His name was Monk, short for monkey. It's what we called him. We've called him that our entire life.
Sure, he loves
but that dude was like, it sounds like you're calling him, and said the N-word. And he was like, that ain't cool. And he was like, oh, we're all friends here. And then we invited him outside, and Monk and another black kid got them to hurry up and like run around the building and through the side yard. And as soon as they went through the side yard, they showed up into my cousin's side yard. So we weren't getting into a fight on the bar property. We were fighting on my cousin's property.
Nice
We
move.
got into a fight with them. Everyone was in a costume. My cousin was dressed up like a lawyer. There was an adult dressed up like Tommy Pickles with a fucking diaper on with the gold straps.
That's where
it was a cartoon character of fights.
I got into a fight on Halloween dressed up in a costume too. I think I was dressed up like Dracula, but I actually got into a fight on a trampoline with the kid, which I don't recommend ever doing, getting into a fight on a trampoline, because it is the most exhausting thing in the entire fucking world, because you're just bouncing all over the place. All right. Before we wrap things up and head into football, I got some boobs for you guys. I know you guys love a good set of boobs. I know I love a good set of boobs. And Mikey, we love a good plane freak out. I
like plane freakouts, but I'm not a big fan of the boobs.
Well, then we're both gonna be happy.
They're bonus boobies. They're bonus boobies.
But it's gonna be happy for you, happy for me. There was another plane freak out. A lady basically just makes a fool of herself on an airplane, and does it by saying, just watch the video and you're going to laugh at what an idiot she makes of herself. But her name is actually, let's see, I'll probably tell you who she is before I just play it. Her name is Morgan Osmond. She was on a reality show called Bad Girls Club Miami, season 5 of it. And this was her incident. Yeah, I know. I love this kind of girls. You know what I'm saying? These are my favorite. Nice and trashy. Look at this. Here we go. Here's her incident on the airplane.
Call me a bitch again. Yeah, I did nothing wrong.
I said shut up.
No, you shut the up. You shut the up and your bitch.
Goodbye.
You shut the film me. I'm Instagram famous. You bum. Shut the up.
I love that they just laugh at her right to her face after that. So that's it. That's the end of her. Her name's, Morgan Osmond, I think I said it was, but not bad. Pretty hot.
I'm going to start telling people I'm Monopoly rich.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Funny. Yeah, that's pretty good. So
I did troll.
Yeah, I know. They're the internet's having fun with her because, it's one thing to just act like a complete bitch on a plane and get yourself kicked off, but then to throw out that's worse. That's worse than do you know who I am? I think to just straight up say I'm Instagram famous. I'm not going to argue with her. I can see why she's Instagram famous. I'm definitely not going to argue with her. Let's not dispute why she's Instagram famous. She's doing all right for herself right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, so, no thanks.
Yeah. No, not that.
No, that looks fine. The one before, no, not interested in that. That just looks weird and fake.
Can't do that. No. All right. Mikey's anti-Morgan Osmond. So, all right, guys, it is 8:01. I know it is officially. Oh, what am I doing? I'm hitting the wrong buttons here. That's the NFL scores. Speaking of the NFL, we are going to wrap up the main show a little bit early. And we're going to switch things over to a members-only show, and it is Monday Night Football. The Browns are playing the Steelers, and I don't want to miss the Browns game. And there's no way I'm going to be able to sit here and do an actual show with you guys. I'd be doing exactly what Mikey was doing the other night while the Vikings game was on, be not paying attention and yelling and screaming, fumble, get him, God, pull his ass down, that kind of shit, all that. So we can actually do that live all together, since I'm assuming lots of you are Browns fans, but not everybody. But either way, we'll have some fun with it. Like I said, we're going to be doing some drinking, going to be doing some smoking, so hanging out. It's going to, these members-only shows go. We get real loose on them. So, Mikey, you'll go get started on that. Everybody else, that is going to wrap things up for us here on the main show. If you are not already a member and you'd like to join us on the members-only after show, where we're going to be doing Monday Night Football and hanging out, doing an after party, watching the Browns game, you have to hit the join button. It is $1.99 a month, and it's the best way to help support me and Another Dumb Show and keeping us up and rolling. So, and then you get access to all these fun things that we're doing with these after shows, and of course you get to use all the cool emojis in there. So I am looking forward to hitting this repeatedly tonight. because we're going to get them. The Browns are going to get the win tonight. We'll go over all the different bets that I've made. We'll get a little bit into some of the fantasy football results from yesterday during the members only show. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys have not already signed up, David, he said, Crazy Michelle says, bring neighbor Dave over to watch. Neighbor Dave, there's really nowhere to sit here, and he wouldn't be able to be on camera or anything, but we'll see how that goes. Maybe we'll do that another time. We'll plan that when we can actually, I don't know, I think they're on another night. There's either Thursday night game or something like that. We can maybe plan on something like that. So that sounds like fun. Good idea. All right. So that is going to wrap things up for us on the main show here tonight. I thank you, everybody, for watching. Those of you who are not members of the main show, not official members of the League of Dummies, I apologize that we're going to wrap this up early. I did plan on starting earlier today, but this stupid mouth is, it's just become a real pain in my ass. So I apologize that I didn't get to the show earlier, but I will work hard to make it up to you. You guys know I always do. So I'm going to wrap this up, and we'll see you guys again. If you want to make it over to the members only one, now's the time to do it. Hit that join button. See you in a sec.